Right.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So would you state your name and address?
Edgar Thomas, Lot 1, Rockport, Peabody.
And you gave evidence before this commission on a previous occasion.
Yes, I do.
And on the 28th of November 2022, you attended at Ashman's building
Yes, I do. I went there.
and you pointed out certain things to the commissioners.
Yes.
Well, I just want to explain that we are here today so we can have this done on oath. All right, so it forms part of the record. Now, you took us and the commissioners to various places in Ashman's building, and I'm just going to run through with you the things you identified. All right, if at any time I get it wrong, please feel free to correct me. So, we went to the 3rd floor of the building and you showed us where the chairman's office was.
Correct.
And you said that you had seen her on that floor.
Correct.
And you said that on that floor you had seen officers from this special unit, the tactical special unit, or was it special branch?
Special branch. That was during the latter part of the day.
Okay. And you said that you had also gone up on the 3rd floor on the day that there was a bomb scare.
Yes, I went there.
You said you had gone to all 3 floors on that day.
Yes, I went there.
We went down to the 2nd floor and you told us that on that floor, while you were at Ashman's building for the March 2020 elections, that floor was the busiest part of the area,
Yes.
of the building.
Correct.
And you said that you also saw special branch officers on that floor.
Correct.
You said that we went to the ground floor and you pointed out to a room, a small room off the returning officer's office. You recall that?
I did.
And that room had 2 fixed glass windows
Yes, correct.
and a door.
Correct.
So you could see from outside of the room into the room.
Correct, yes.
And that was the room where you said you saw Mr. Livan with the flash drive.
Correct.
You also told us, you showed us the area where the tabulation room had been.
I did.
And you pointed out the area outside of the tabulation room, close to the entrance where Mr. Ronald Stewart sat, the security officer.
Yes, I did.
You showed us the entrance to the building and there is now a grill down in front of it.
Yes, I did.
You showed us where Miss Myers, the deputy CEO, was when she was instructing people to leave Ashman's building and telling them to get out.
Yes, correct.
You showed us where your station was, or you indicated where your station was in relation to Ashman's building.
Yes.
And you showed us where the bus with your ranks had been parked outside of Ashman's building.
Correct.
You showed us where Senior Superintendent Azor had been when he entered.
Correct, I did.
You showed the location where he stood with Deputy CEO Myers. Did you?
I showed the location that he was coming towards the deputy CEO.
Where he was approaching her.
Yes.
Yes, okay. You showed us where she was when she was speaking to then Assistant Commissioner Graham.
Deputy Commissioner Graham.
Deputy Commissioner Graham. you showed us where the TSU entered the building,
Correct, yes.
and you explained where the barricades outside the building had initially been,
Yes.
and you showed us where other barricades had been put up on the 6th of March, which were closer to the building.
Correct.
Okay, so I want to ask you this. Have I left anything out that you recall which you think might be of use to us, that you pointed out on that day?
One thing I think would have you might have left out from, or I failed to say, that I did not show the entrance or the exit that the GCOM commissioner actually went through after being escorted by Mr. Azur. That in the day, during the afternoon of the 5th.
Okay, so in the building, now that we have visited the building, can you give us an idea of which exit was used?
Yes. Into the building, towards the back step. I was standing there between the back step and the area that, the lower flat, that you could have seen straight through the glass door on the
Right.
southern part, when I saw Mr. Azur escorting the GCOM chairman
Out of the building.
out of the building.
Thank you.
During that time, which I didn't mention, between the same door, between two doors, Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa was trying to get to the GCOM chairman.
And what was anything preventing him from doing so?
The door was locked, and I gave the instruction for the door to be open.
Was it open?
Yes.
Was he able to approach the chairman?
No, he did not get close to the chairman
Well, why was that?
because the time lapsed. By the time he get out, because the door was locked, and he was showing up, he had a piece of paper in his hand, which I saw, so I had to examine that paper. And then I gave that instruction that yes, the door must be open.
Can you now recall, don't give me the full contents, but what was the piece of paper about?
It was a court order.
It was, sorry?
A court order.
A court order?
Yes.
Right. And so he was not able to give that to the
To
chairman?
the chairman.
I see. And what day was that?
It was on the 5th.
The 5th of March 2020.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, officer. Sorry, there are some questions for you.
Now, Mr. Thomas, you gave instructions for the door leading to the chairman's office to be open so that Mr. Mustafa can go in.
Not to the office of Commissioner.
Sorry?
The low flat that Mr. At that time, I don't know exactly where the chairman was, but from all indication, Mr. Mustafa seemed to know exactly where he could have found order. And not only her, several GCOM personnel.
So what door was this that you instructed be open? The main entrance door?
Not the main entrance, the door just behind the tabulation room. There was a door there that we went close to.
Oh, I see.
That door was locked. And it prevented persons from the northern side to get to the southern side towards the stairway on the southern side.
I see. And when you said you gave instructions to the door to be open, to whom did you give these instructions?
The police rank that was manning the door at the time.
There was a police officer manning the door?
Yes.
Okay. I want to take you back to the first day you visited with us. On that occasion, you told us that in relation to the bomb scare, investigations led to the arrest of a man
Yes.
who had some connections with, I believe at the time, a permanent secretary in a government department.
Deputy Permanent Secretary.
A deputy permanent secretary. You couldn't remember at the time the name of the man, and you couldn't tell us what became of the consequences of that arrest. You only told us the man was arrested. You also said that you would endeavor to find out what became of that event. Did you first of all,
Commissioner, I apologize, but could I indicate that this witness, you will recall, had been transferred? We have conducted certain investigations and we have...
that issue will be addressed?
Yes.
Okay, then I would pursue it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I don't pursue that.